Theme: Sheep without a shepherd. God's will is His word. Civilization owes its progress to pure theocracy. As men allowed God to rule their lives, they thought about heavenly things and the reality beyond. Consequently, they thought about the future and the next generation. Created in the image and likeness of God, we look to the future through our present plans. Religion is meant to widen the mind and heart, so that all sacrifices will be meaningful in implementing goals. Today is 16th Sunday in Ordinary Time, and the reading stresses on the best leadership style, known as shepherd leadership style in the ruling system of theocracy. Today, we look at how this leadership style is the best and necessary for the growth and development of all nations. It is obvious that freedom flows from the one who animates and not the animated. God is the one who animated all humans with His will, for He created everything according to His will, cf. Revelation 4:11. It is interesting to know that God's will is His word, for we can only know His will through His word. In this the statement "through His word, the world was created, and through His will, the world was created" cohere. As humans who are animated by God's image and likeness, choosing Him by doing His will, we are truly free. Doing God's will, we allow Him to be the ruler of our life. In the first reading, we hear God will become a shepherd for His people, which the famous Psalm 23 points to as is the responsorial psalm, and the second reading stresses on the fact that the sheep of God are not only the Jews, but the Gentiles as well. In the Gospel, Jesus, after listening to the report about the mission of the disciples, tell them to go to a deserted place or quiet place, while He continues with the work. The main point of today's readings is that a leader is sought of a mediator between God and other men or his or her followers. This is what pure theocracy is about. The leader must have an alone moment with God like the disciples were told to go and do at the quiet place, before they can go out to meet their followers and impact their lives. If you are a leader and you don't get time to think and bring out ideas and policies, you cannot give out the best to those you are to lead. A leader needs to have an alone moment to consult what the philosopher Plato will call the world of forms or world of ideas. This implies that the leader needs to consult books, and a lot of ideas, before he can be able to approach his or her followers. This principle from pure theocracy in Christianity implies that a Christian leader must consult the Word of God always during their quiet time, before they can turn and solve the problems of their followers. This principle about going to God before subordinates or followers, consulting ideas before implementation, is very clear in the Mass, where we, like the disciples of Emmaus, experience God in word and bread and are to go out to speak or spread the gospel. Religion is meant to widen or open the mind and heart, for knowledge and love flows from the one who exists eternally, knowing and loving, God. The other part of this principle has to do with sacrifice. For through sacrifices the leader is able to implement the ideas. Through sacrifices, we are able to do what God has entrusted to us, His mission. If national presidents, executives, understand this principle that is in pure theocracy, they will neither joke with religion nor education. In fact, to joke with these is to joke with politics, economics, marriage and all other social institutions. Let us learn to approach God before we through sacrifices implement our ideas, keeping in mind that only true ideas are real, and can make impact in people's life.